was instrumental in helping to bring Dr. Merrill with us today. Didn't think he was going to be with us, but we're glad you're here.
I got here.
So thank you.
Not glad to be.
Dr. James Merrill was named as the 9th Superintendent of the Wake County Public School System on June 18th. Dr. Merrill has served as Superintendent of the Virginia Beach City Public Schools, the 3rd largest school division in Virginia since 2006. As Superintendent, he has spearheaded the creation and implementation of a strategic plan emphasizing 21st century skills that will define successful students in the Virginia Beach City Public Schools. Prior to his service in Virginia Beach, Dr. Merrill served 6 years as Superintendent of the Alamance Burlington School System. Previously, he spent 16 years in the Wake County Public School System, last serving as Associate Superintendent for Administration and Finance. He began his career in 1973 as an English teacher. Dr. Merrill has earned numerous accolades and awards, including the 2005 North Carolina Superintendent of the Year Award and the 2013 Virginia Superintendent of the Year honor. The University of North Carolina at Greensboro School of Education awarded him the Outstanding Achievement Award, and the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill School of Education honored him as its Distinguished Leadership Award. Dr. Merrill was a Moorhead Scholar at UNC Chapel Hill, earning a bachelor's degree in secondary English. He earned his master's degree in Education Administration from Appalachian State University and his doctorate from UNC Greensboro. Please join me in welcoming Dr. James Merrill. Thank you, sir.
Vicki, I need us a second. This is a hint. Number 8. While I cannot take a formal position,
I can. Vote yes, and your board has approved a resolution in support of passing the bond referendum.
and while I'm not endorsing candidates either, I will tell you that
I can, yeah.
that's your cue. I do very much enjoy and have enjoyed working with Mr. Fletcher. He's been a great board member in the past. He currently is a great one for the schools as well. Appreciate your coming today and spending a few minutes and letting me share some very loosely coupled ideas with you. Let me say first that I can appreciate somewhat your role in that my mother also was a realtor and a nurse. But I remember some times at home on issues she was working on, working in real estate. So I appreciate your work. There's that term about sipping from a fountain or drinking from a fire hose. And you can imagine that the past few weeks, my first on the job, have been very much like being waterboarded from a fire hose. And so I'm going to turn the fire hose on you for a few minutes and just share sort of those chunks that have been coming at me and that I've been trying to get my hands around. I do want to talk a little bit about the building program and our needs first, in case that hasn't been touched fully with you. Our growth is real. We do expect another 20,000 students by 2018. So that's about the same number of students we picked up since our last bond. I think that's right, for those 6. 20,000 students, if you think about it. That measure of growth alone equals the size of the 19th largest school system in North Carolina right now. And we're talking about our growth being that much. The county and the schools work together on the forecast numbers. Over the years, they've been pretty darn accurate. Give or take a few, and missing some in this school and at that school. But in total, the numbers have been very close. So I think they're reliable figures that we can count on for the future. Our 10-day enrollment, as you just saw recently, was higher than we expected. And every day, I see families continuing to come into our parking lot to register and enroll. Constant. We're up about 460 students above what we projected or expected to have, and 460 in itself is about the size of a small elementary school, just to try and put it in consumable terms. So let me assure you that they are on the way. There is a need. In the bond program, we have 16 new schools, 11 elementary, 3 middle, and 2 high. High schools will be in Garner and between Cary and Apex, property we already own. Middle schools will be closer to county lines, north, south, and west, also on property we already own. 2 of the elementary schools are already named, Scotts Ridge near Apex and Abbott's Creek just north of Durant Road. And we'll be seeking suitable land for the other 9. Need for renovation is acute, and we don't talk much about the facilities, and yet I think I've got air conditioning issues going on at Olds right now. I've got a leaking, these are just a few that I know of, by direct mail from parents. A leaking roof at Durant Middle, which I remember as being new, but I guess that's how long it's been. About 2 weeks ago, we had to send everyone at Enloe home early because the chiller units went out completely, and it was a scorching day. So we are constantly band-aiding existing facilities. So there's a good bit in the package that tries to address those. Green Elementary, Brooks, Van Dover Springs Elementary, Rollsville, Lincoln Heights, Garner High, renovations for a total makeover for these 50 and 60-year-old buildings. And that's pretty good life for a school if you think about it. Additionally, 79 schools are on the list for some sort of renovation. Painting, windows, doors, electrical, roofing. And then in your much older buildings, you know that infrastructure for technology is always problematic as well. So wireless has actually been a saving technology for us in some of the older buildings, which is what we're transitioning to now. The building program also includes $64.8 million in.
We got requests or something.
Okay. Are we okay? We okay?
Here.
Contact? No? Test, test,
Betsy?
test, test, test.
Vicki? Betsy? Sandy?
Vicki, you might, I think I can hear it. You might need to go get Mary Rachel real quick. I don't know.
Test, test, pick up, anything?
Is it turned on there? Which way? I don't know. You mean up there? I don't know anything about that up there.
They having trouble hearing them back there. We need an elementary student.
Trish, you know how to work these things?
Well, just want to make sure the equipment